macaroni and cheese. This is an old school macaroni and cheese. I don't call it old school. It's, you know, it's the best way to make macaroni and cheese. That box stuff, it's just nasty. So, macaroni and cheese. I get this large elbow macaroni. If you can use a whole box and you don't overdo it, the smaller macaroni, I always overdo it. I don't know why. Large elbow macaroni, some milk, 1 egg, and some cheese and margarine or butter. So we're gonna make this. We're gonna get this pot over here filled up with water. We're gonna get it to boiling. We're gonna toss this macaroni in there and let it boil, and then we'll drain that off. We'll put that in one of these here, and then we'll make the macaroni and cheese for tomorrow. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get this macaroni and cheese started here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to turn the light on first so you can see better. I'm gonna put some hot water in there, but also what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw a little salt in there. Anybody who's ever taken chemistry class knows that salt will lower the boiling point of water. So that means it makes it boil faster. So since we're doing a lot of macaroni here, we'll make that water really salty. That means what we're going to do use some hot water. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this hot water and we're going to move it over here to our stove. Turn that sucker on high and let her boil. You'll notice that the water is kind of cloudy, but that's fine. That salt is going to dissolve. Just to be on the safe side, I'll give it a quick stir here. Get that water really going faster. Cover that top. Okay, so here we are. It's been a couple of minutes and already our water is starting to boil. So it's a big pile of water. Usually it takes a while for it to get to boiling if you don't put that salt in there. So we'll throw this macaroni in there with a while and reduce the heat to have a gentle boil, and then we'll get our other stuff set up for our macaroni and cheese here. Alright, it's a nice heavy boil now. We'll go ahead and toss in our macaroni. What do you think he'd have made? Macaroni. What you want to do, if you're using a stainless steel pot like I am, stir those bad boys. Otherwise, as soon as you pour them in, they'll start to stick to the bottom of the pan or the pot. How do you know macaroni noodles are done? Well, there's a couple of different ways. You can go by the time that's on the box. The time on the box says you run them 8 to 10 minutes. You can, or you can just wait till those noodles start to float to the top. You'll see them rolling, they'll float to the top. That's another way to know that they're done. So you gotta really stir these. And this stainless steel, it kind of sticks. So that's another reason why you want to use salt, because that salt will help it bubble to the top and not stick. So we'll come back to this. Alright, so obviously these macaroni noodles are floating now. It does not totally mean that they're done, but it gives you the chance to do a little bit of prep work here on your pan, that you're, whatever you're gonna pan or casserole, whatever you're gonna put your macaroni in. Alright, so let's skip to that. Alright, so in the bottom of this, what I'm going to do, let me turn those noodles down just a little bit, is I'm going to get some cheese that I purchased yesterday. And then also some butter, or some margarine. Okay. Then you also are going to need some salt and pepper to taste. You're going to need 1 egg, standard egg. And you're going to need a little bit of milk here. Now, the more milk you use, the, I'm going to say soupier, but the more watery your macaroni will be. So, we're going to put some milk in a cup here, and we're going to get cracking. And these macaroni noodles are definitely done. Okay, so now, that means we need to get cracking here on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this country crock and put little pieces of it on the bottom of the alright, so got that. So then what we're going to do now is use some of this cheese. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to layer this in sections. What you want to do now is get a slotted spoon. You want to do this so you don't make a mess of things. Otherwise you'll have an unhappy spouse or something. Alright. So you want to take these macaroni noodles. You want to transport them in layers over to your pot or pan or whatever you're using. Wondering where the egg comes into play. But we don't want to add that, at least I don't add that until I've got my layers done here. Now, you're going to repeat the process with your margarine or butter. Part's really important because if you don't, then you got stuff that'll stick together, and the folk will talk about how, yup, Brother Horton, his macaroni and cheese is no good. It sticks together and it's too dry. You don't want folk talking about your macaroni and cheese. So salt. More cheese, please. All right, so we're gonna make layer number 2. Macaroni was getting away from us here. Throw those over there. What I've done is I've drained the rest rest of the noodles here. So that's all the macaroni there. So then what you'll do is you'll gently spread this out as well. Trying not to create a mess that is going to be difficult for you to clean up. Now, once again, you're going to put your last layer on the top here. You're going to put your margarine or butter. You're going to put your salt and pepper. And you're going to put some cheese on the top. At this time you need to start your oven up to 350 for about an hour. The last layer is going to be the messiest because you're dealing with this kind of overhang of stuff here. Love macaroni and cheese. It's my favorite dish. My wife teases me. She says, macaroni and cheese isn't it's not a dinner. Au contraire, I begs to differ. Get on there, cheese. You cannot escape me. Okay, so we've got a nice giant casserole there. So what are we going to do with this egg and that milk? I'm glad you asked. What I like to do is I like to crack that egg in the milk, mix it up, then pour it all in there. And that's what I'm going to do. All right. One-handed. Then you just now you're going to pour this all through your milk, your macaroni and cheese. That's what makes it fluffy. Cover it up with some foil. I'm going to do that now. Nice and tight. Put that bad boy in there and let it sit in there for like a half an hour to 45 minutes, covered. Then you take the foil off of it and then you let it finish the rest of the time uncovered. And what that does is it darkens and makes like a kind of a crust with your macaroni and cheese. It's really, really good. So, alright, so now it's been an hour almost and our macaroni and cheese just beat, the oven just beat. So let's take this out and see what this looks like. Alright, you can see there's macaroni and cheese, and so what we're going to do, we're going to put it in there for maybe a good 25-30 minutes there. And what that's going to do is that's going to brown the top of this here and make it that traditional brown color. brown color. That just sounds so funny. Do what's on there. It smells good, I'll tell you that. In there is the macaroni and cheese. I'll show it to you. I'll cover it back up. That's done. Like I said, it's nice and cheesy, and it's milky on the inside, and it's nice and it's got a nice crust to it. That's what you want.